Good day, learners. How are you? It's nice to see you again, my grade 7 learner. I hope you are in good condition and ready to learn a lot with me. Welcome to Valenzuela live streaming. Be with me as we dig deeper to the wonders of English 7. This is Mom Janelle, and I will help you learn English well. For today's episode, we will focus on our most essential learning competency, which is to distinguish the features of academic writing. After going through this lesson, you are expected to differentiate academic writing from literary writing, classify examples into academic and literary writing, and lastly, give examples of academic and literary writing. We will use the alternative delivery mode module written by Ma'am Maria Cecilia A. Atok of Valenzuela City School of Mathematics and Science. Before we start, find a comfortable place to study. Prepare your pen and paper, and of course, listen to your teacher. I believe you are all set, so let's start our journey by assessing what you do. True or false? Identify if the statement is true or false. Number 1. Figurative writing simply states facts. The answer is false. Number 2. Figurative writing is also called scholarly writing. The answer is false. Number 3. Academic writing can also be called literal writing. The answer is true. Number 4. Figurative writing speaks in a very objective stance. The correct answer is false. Number 5. The tone of academic writing is impersonal and dispassionate. The correct answer is true. Number 6. A report on empirical field work is an example of academic writing. The answer is true. Number 7. Figurative writers engage their audience using a more creative tone. The correct answer is true. Number 8. Academic writing includes a summary of the full spectrum of the study. The answer is true. Number 9. In academic writing, concepts and arguments are intended to be challenged and investigated. The answer is true. And for our last number, action research and research questionnaires are good examples of literary writing. The correct answer is false. How many correct answers did you get? Was it easy for you to identify the details if they're under figurative writing or academic writing? If your answer is no, don't worry. I am here to be your guide. Writers, whatever they are called, a poet, novelist, story writer, script writer, playwright, journalist, blogger, essayist, or researcher, write for many purposes, and their outputs can be categorized into two: academic writing and figurative writing. The term academic writing can also be called scholarly writing. Words associated to these are philosophical, doctrinal, scientific, legal, and formal, because articles of such are based on rigid tenets. It refers to a particular style of expression that researchers use to define the intellectual boundaries of their discipline and their areas of expertise. It has its own set of rules and practices. On the other hand, figurative writing can also be called creative writing because of its artistic merits or aesthetic dimension. Lexico.com gives the following synonyms for creative writing. We have inventive, imaginative, expressive, inspired, and unconventional. To remember the details and differences about academic and figurative, I have here the table that shows the description of the two terms. For figurative writing, it is usually fictional, imaginative, informal, artistic. It also makes use of figurative or symbolic language. When literary purpose is the primary purpose, the writing should be fictional. As a secondary purpose, literary writing can be found in combination with the expressive or persuasive purpose. Because literary writing is figurative and symbolic, and it is seldom found in combination with referential writing, that its main purpose is to entertain and to give aesthetic pleasure. For academic writing, remember, it is usually non-fictional. It is an imaginative. It is formal and procedural. Nothing here is a product of imagination. It is rigid. Its purpose is to convey knowledge. It utilizes straightforward language, usually jargons, depending on the kind of academic writing and depending on the field or area of professions. It is based on pieces of evidence, data, and facts. It is orderly organized and follows a formula. Other purposes are to inform, educate, and to argue. We also have here examples of figurative writing, and examples for academic writing. For figurative writing, we have poems, novels, novelettes, short stories, stage plays, musicals, fictional movies, TV scripts, radio drama productions, parodies, satires, memoirs, thoughtful essays, and fictional compositions. For academic writing, we have reference books, book reports, research paper, research proposal, conference paper, academic journal, dissertation, thesis, abstract, explication, constitution, treatise, memorandum, action research, educational modules, investigative projects, and strategic intervention. Let's move forward to some of the key features of academic writing. I will present to you some of the key features for academic writing. We have objectivity, formality, precision, and explicit. Objectivity. This means that the main emphasis should be on the information that you want to give and the arguments you want to make rather than you. It's objective rather than personal. You have to present information in an unbiased way with vocabulary that does not reflect opinions or personal feelings. Avoid using first-person and second-person point of view such as I, you, me, we, and us. Instead, you can use the third-person point of view like he, she, it, and they, or the researcher, author, or this study. Let's have these examples. You can see the result in Table 5. The improved version should be the result can be seen in Table 5. The next feature is formality. Formality in writing refers to how well you obey standard English norms. Here, you need to avoid using colloquial words and informal expressions like sort of, gonna, or stuff. For example, it is informal to say the student researchers got pretty good results. Instead, we say the student researchers obtained valid results. Another point to avoid is using abbreviated forms or contractions such as can't, doesn't, or shouldn't. You need to use full words instead of contractions. Third, we also need to avoid two-word verb or verb phrases, such as find out. We can actually use discover. Another example is help out. Instead of that, we can use assist. And for our fourth, avoid rhetorical questions that reader cannot answer. The third feature is precision. From the word precise, which means to be exact or accurate. In academic writing, facts and figures are given precisely. Factual information, figures or charts should all be provided, and nothing written there should leave room to interpretation. Do not say a lot of people and the past when you can be exact, like 10 million people, and from 1987 to 2. Fourth feature, explicit. This pertains to coherence, cohesion, and clarity. It is the responsibility of the writer to make it clear to the reader how the various parts of the text are related. These connections can be made explicitly by the use of different signaling words. These words are because, similarly, furthermore, consequently, and many more. If you are giving examples, do it explicitly. Use for example. If you think one sentence gives reasons for something in another sentence, make it explicit. Use because. Remember, academic writing is objective, formal, precise, explicit, clear, and concise, focused and structured, and evidenced accurately. While non-academic writing or figurative writing is informal and casual, personal, impressionistic, emotional, and subjective. Now that you know the details about academic and figurative writing, as well as the features of academic writing, let's have an activity. Identify whether the statements should be or should not be done in academic writing. Just draw, check, or cross on your paper. You may also type your answer in our comment section. Number 1, ask question. The correct answer here is cross. Number 2, provide precise facts or figures. The answer is check. Number 3, use signaling words to organize ideas. And this is check. Number 4, use can or shouldn't. This is cross. Number 5, use third person point of view. And this is check. Number 6, use phrasal verbs. This is cross. Number 7, use vague or ambiguous language. The answer here is cross. Number 8, use informal expression. The answer here is Ross. Number 9, present ideas explicitly. The answer is check. And for our last number, use personal ideas. The answer here is Ross. Did you get the perfect score? Great job, everyone! This time, let's have the next part. You need to classify the following materials if they're under academic or figurative. Don't worry, I'll give you time to do the task. Time's up. Let's check your work. I have here answer for figurative writing. Check your work now. Let's have now the writings for academic writing. How many correct answers did you get? I know you are doing an excellent. I hope you have learned a lot in our discussion. Do you have any question? This is your time to post your questions, and our teacher moderator will gather them, and I'll answer some of them later. Post your questions now. you for sending your questions to us. In case your questions will not be addressed today, don't worry. Will be answered and discussed by your English teacher during the follow-up discussion. So I'll start answering our first question. Where can we use academic writing for that? So an academic writing is a formal style of writing. So you encounter materials like this in journal articles and books on academic topics. So you can use the knowledge that you have when you write essays, research papers in academic. Let's have the second question. What is the purpose of academic writing? Good question. The purpose of writing is usually to inform readers, providing non-biased facts of backing up claims with evidence. Learning how to write strong essays is important, not only for getting good grades or good job, but also it sharpens your thinking process. Good thoughts may result to good writing. If you want to be a competent student, you need to be at least be a commendable writer and communicate. Let's have now the third question. What is the difference of academic writing to other kinds of writing? So first, an academic writing is a formal type of writing. A figurative writing or personal writing does not have to be formal, and oftentimes it's not. Another difference is that you do research and seek to prove a point within the academic. It focuses on specific academic subject or topic. Its purpose is to inform the readers with solid evidence. Again, I hope I was able to answer the questions. So thank you for all the questions related to our topic. I know you are more ready to answer the tasks in your module. For your first task, you will give examples of your favorite fictional movies, whether the theme is about love, adventure, fantasy, action, sci-fi, thriller, psychothriller, iconic heroes, supernatural, or comedy. An example is done for you. For your next task, you need to help the boy identify the sample products of academic writing. You need to circle the different examples for this inside the bubble. Again, thank you for your active participation. This has been Mom Janelle telling you to keep safe and have faith. See you again in our next Valenzuela live streaming.